Mr. Sibal, to the quid pro quo that you're mentioning, that you believe quid pro quos will get exposed. But the fact is, Mr. Sibal, you've got, interestingly, a few parties who've already disclosed the names of their donors, for example, the DMK. But others, the major national parties, have not. Do you believe that every party's veil of secrecy, whether it's BJP, Congress, Trinamool Congress, BRS, will all be lifted as a result of what the Supreme Court has asked for? Or do you believe there is still many a slip between the cup and the lip here?
See, Rajdeep, I am not. I mean, I possibly don't know the trail, but there will be many cases in which we'll know the name of the purchaser and we know the name of the donor. In many of these cases, because there'll be a direct transaction between the person who gave the bond to the political party after an ED raid was committed, or a person who directly gave the bond. For example, big companies directly gave the bond to the political party concerned. But there may be transactions where that trail may not be established. So, I can't possibly give you a blanket answer that every bond's purchaser, every bond's donor will be disclosed. But by and large, we'll get enough information to suggest that these are proceeds of crime, and this is unfortunately perhaps the biggest scam that's happened in the history of this country.
Now, one minute, you're calling it the biggest scam possibly in independent India. You've used the word quid pro quo, but there are those who are saying that actually the electoral bond was a more effective way for corporates and individuals to donate money to a political party. It was not being done underground through cash, and that was preferable to the earlier system. How do you respond to that?
No, but cash, again...
How do you interpret that?
Again,
cash.
You're asking the wrong question. This bond that is given to a political party has nothing to do with cash.
Sir?
Cash is used by political parties in any case.
Yes.
Because the maximum that any member of parliament can spend in an election is 95 lakhs. But what he spends in many states in this country, and some of the states where there are mines and other things, is in crores, hundreds of crores. Do you think that is done through bonds?
That's precise. So that's precisely the point.
That cash is in any case spent. And if you wanted to have a scheme, hold on, if you wanted...
No, Mr. Sibal, what I'm saying is you've used the word quid pro quo and scam. Please. Are you telling me, Mr. Sibal, every electoral bond that was given, or possibly many of them were in return for specific favors? When you say quid pro quo will be exposed and this is the country's biggest scam, I want clarity from you why you say that.
I mean, I never make such blanket statements. I never make such blanket statements. It's not the way I function in politics. But there are certainly, in the light of what has already come on record, that in the case of people who were raided, in case against people who were being raided by the ED, and within months and within days, they purchased bonds and gave it to the political party, and nothing happened thereafter. Now, if as a journalist you think that's not a quid pro quo, that's really something that you must, ask yourself that question. But from any standpoint, obviously, there is a quid pro quo there. Now, I can't say that in every case there is a quid pro quo, but the fact is that the scheme was not transparent. So if a businessman or an industrialist or anybody else wanted to give money to a political party, he should have done it through check. That was also allowed. Why did he not do it through check? Why did he have to go and buy this bond? Naturally, because the intent of the scheme itself was to ensure that the political party in power gets enriched, which is why the BJP has got over 6,000 crores through these bonds, through this scheme, which allowed for non-disclosure of the donor.
Mr. Sibal,
it's obvious. It is obvious.
What
was to enrich the political
obvious,
party. It is called an electoral bond. One second, let me just tell you. It is called an electoral bond, but it's nothing to do with elections.